City Knit Girls, and this is episode 3.
Yay. We are from London, Ontario, Canada. We are 2 sisters and our friend.
I'm Carrie.
I'm June.
And I'm Patty.
And we're here to talk to you about all our knitting.
Yes, this is a knitting podcast.
Yes, it is. Yes. So thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to just chatting about what we've been working on and our dream knitting and our acquisitions and all that good stuff.
And we want to thank everybody who liked and subscribed to our podcast. We really appreciate that, and we look forward to chatting with you, and it's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, should we get started with what we're wearing?
Sure.
So Patty, do you want to go first?
Oh, okay. So I am wearing, it's a test knit by, her name's Jenny, also known on social media as Sweater Freak, and it's called Dancing Flowers. And I love this sweater. I knit it using Barocco DK Vintage. It's a very wearable, washable, nice, light yarn. And this was also the sweater that I wore to Rhinebeck when we went last fall.
And made its debut on Christy Glass's Tell Me About Your Rhinebeck
Yes,
sweater.
it did. Yes, it did. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
So it's a lovely pattern. The nice thing about this sweater is it's color work. It's good for beginners, but the color work is only using 2 yarns at one time. So
that's
it's
good.
So you're not juggling too much yarn at once, and I love it. It's a great sweater. You can find the pattern on Ravelry, and it's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love the color.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a nice contrast. I feel like the colors
With the
I
black,
used,
yeah.
very good contrast.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Yay. Should I go next?
Sure.
All right. So this sweater here is called the Easy One, and it's by Joji Locatelli. And it's actually the first sweater that I've made myself that I actually wear that fits. It was super easy. It was a top. Okay, I'm trying to remember how I did it. I made it last April. So it was a top down, and what I did is I started knitting it. I think it was on the front, and then you get to a certain length, and then you pick up and knit on the shoulders, and then knit the back, and then once you get here, you put it in around, and then you just knit. It's a fingering weight sweater. It took forever. I actually read a book while I was knitting this sweater because it was so easy. It's just knit.
Now that's talent.
I know. Stop to turn the page, and so I really like this sweater. It's very wearable. It's not very heavy because it's fingering weight. The yarn it's pretty colorful. I got this from Knit Crate. What is the yarn again? It is, sorry, I'm looking at my Ravelry page. So it's uru.yarn.sugared sock. It has a little tiny bit of stellina in it to give it a little bit of a sparkle. You probably can't see that on the screen, but
under the lighting here, you can really see it.
Can you see it? The sparkles?
Yeah,
it's pretty.
Yeah, it is nice.
Thank you.
And I liked the construction of it because then you have that exposed seam on the shoulders, the way you pick it up and knit across the back.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Yeah, it does. It gives it a little bit of interest. Yeah. I would definitely recommend this sweater as a beginner sweater because it was my first adult sweater.
Adult.
And it was easy for me to knit. So definitely recommend it.
Awesome. And then I am also wearing something from Joji Locatelli. It's the washed out shawl, which I'll take off. It's massive. So it's super long. It keeps going. It is huge, but that's backwards.
Backwards?
Yeah. It keeps going.
Pretty.
So
Over
pretty.
and over. So the yarn that I used is from Yarn Inc., which is a Canadian dyer. I can't remember the colorways. It was actually a kit. It came with the 3 colors all together in the kit. But yeah, I love it. I love it that it's neutral because I wear it all the time with so many different colors. But yeah, you have to wrap it around a gazillion times to get it to fit because it's so big.
Yeah, I really like that it's neutral too. It seems like it would go
Yeah.
with a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's beautiful. I really like that very, very pale blue with the brown. It's very pretty.
Yeah, when I was blocking this, I had to put my blocking mats out super long to get it to fit. It was quite the adventure, but I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
It's nice. Do you remember how long it took you to make?
I don't. I do remember having a fight with one of the lace sections. I think it was the first lace section I did. I kept messing up my yarn overs. This is probably, I would say, one of the first shawls that I did that was more than just like a triangle shawl. So getting into the routine, and that's where I learned to always put stitch markers for your lace repeats so that you don't have to keep going back and trying to figure out where it
It's
was.
easier
You
to
know
figure
it's
it
in
out.
one of those sections. It's
Yeah.
easier to figure out.
Yeah.
So ever since then, everything I do with lace, I put stitch markers in between all the repeats because of this monster. So yeah.
That's a good tip, though. After you told us that during our last podcast, I did that
Yeah.
on my Goldfish memory for the lace repeat, and it
It's super
completely
helpful.
made it
Yeah.
helpful.
So that's what I'm wearing.
Very nice.
Thanks. Now I've wrapped myself up again.
Awesome.
Great.
So since we talked about what we were wearing and you brought up Goldfish memories, should we bring that up? Because
Yep.
we've been showing you every time we have our
Yeah.
podcast. So for the last 3, we've shown you our Goldfish memory progress. And I think we just finished section 10.
We have 2 sections left.
2 more sections left.
So we're almost done and we get to wear them.
Yes, I can't wait.
I know, I'm so excited.
So I think the last time, where did we show to where the
Oh.
lace was?
Did we show
I
the
don't
lace?
think
No,
we had
we
the
hadn't
lace
got the
done.
lace
Oh.
down.
I'll show yours first.
We just all hold them up, it doesn't matter. But there's the lace section.
Nice.
That's stunning.
This is
And
also
then-
going to be a really long shawl.
Really long, yeah. And
Looks great.
so we're done with the third color. So the bright pinks is my third color. So we're done with that and we're back to what the end looks like with just color 1 and color 2.
Right.
For the last 2 sections. So
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
thanks.
I love how they look completely different, but
Yeah.
yet the
Completely
same
different.
pattern.
Yeah.
Yours is very similar to the one that's
Very similar.
on the pattern
Yeah.
itself.
To Casapinka's,
Yeah.
the one that she made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks great with all the
Beautiful.
pinks.
Lovely.
It's perfect for you, June.
I know. Yeah, I love
Beautiful.
it. Thank you. I love yours
And
too.
then, oh, the blues.
So pretty. Oh, get mine out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous.
So yeah, they're really coming along.
Mhm.
I can't believe we're almost done.
I know. And
I know.
it's been a great knit.
It has so fun. It's not a boring knit at
No.
all. Like every section is a little bit different, so it's very engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I like how we're doing it in sections because then you still have time to knit other things.
you do. Yeah,
Because it's not difficult sections.
it hasn't felt doing it that way. It hasn't felt
like,
you
oh
know,
my gosh, this is never ending or
not at
so
all.
big.
And, or am I getting bored of it?
Yeah.
You know, because
Mhm.
you just look forward to doing the next section every week. So
Yeah.
it was a really good idea.
It really was. I want to make another one of her patterns.
Yeah, she has some really nice patterns.
She does.
Anyways, 2 more sections.
Yeah,
And then we're done.
Yeah. I think by the
So-
time our next podcast
It'll be
airs,
done.
it'll be finished.
it will be. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we can show them as finished objects.
Mhm. It's exciting.
So all the yarn info that we used and everything, I will post on our Ravelry page if anybody's interested in knowing the yarn that we used.
Yeah.
We've already talked about it
Yeah.
in the other podcasts, but I will list it again if anybody wants to know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Good idea. Okay, what's next?
So we'll do maybe some works in progress.
Or
Sure.
do we have any other FOs to
Oh,
show before?
yeah. Yep. You're
Okay.
right. I do.
Mhm.
Actually, I have. This is called. I have to get my page here. I guess I didn't print it. This is called the Sun Chaser. And this is a test knit that I did also for Sweater Freak that she just released this past week. And I just love it. I've been wearing it like almost every day. So this is, wait, yeah.
Yep.
So this is a DK weight shawl that's using 4 different colors, and it kind of gives like a fade effect. And then it's a triangular shaped, but you cast on in one end and work your way across and then cast off the long end. And then this part in here, it's called a herringbone slip stitch.
It's cool.
It is. I've
it's
never
really
seen-
cool.
Never seen that before.
So basically how she's designed it is you do the herringbone, it kind of comes across one way, and then for the one color, and then the second color goes across the other way.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah. So, and it's the yarn I used is Willow and Lark, and it's a very reasonably priced yarn.
And
However,
nice and soft.
it's so soft and squishy. Like it's a really nice yarn for the price that you pay for it, you know, like I just love it. And it's I believe it is 100% merino. So but because it's DK weight, it's not too warm, but warm enough, you know, like
it's nice.
yeah. So yeah, it
The
turned out really well.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I think she had a discount on it. It may have ended to buy the pattern. It may still be there today though, or I'm not sure how long the discount was. But anyways, it's definitely worth going to check out. It's a really nice pattern to do, and if you follow her instructions, it's not too complicated. Like she's a really good pattern writer, so she explains everything very well and gives you YouTube, you know,
I like when they do
videos
that.
to watch, and
Me too.
yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. I like it's very unique
Mm-hmm.
because there's like a lot of shawl patterns are somewhat similar, but they have their own flair. But I've never seen anything like this, and it's gorgeous.
The one that she did has yellow in it, and I think that's where the Sun Chaser comes in. So she's used yellow, grays, and different variants of grays.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful too.
I've seen.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep. Do you have any other FOs? Which is
I don't.
finished objects. I do. I showed one of these last week, so it's just
Your hose turned to a foe.
yeah, my hoe half object turned into a foe. So I just finished the other sock.
Very nice.
They're so pretty.
Thank
They
you.
are. They're so colorful. They're really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are fun.
Yeah.
So I am giving these away as a gift. And the pattern again was called Let It Shine Socks. And the yarn was Pictured Yarns Aiden Sock.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Which you
so
got from Knit Crate.
I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I like about Knit Crate. I would never go to a yarn store and pick this out. But the fun thing about Knit Crate is that it kind of stretches you a little bit, and you get to try
That's true.
things that you would never
Yeah.
otherwise try.
Yeah. But it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. And they always send you nice yarn.
They do. It's always nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's it.
And I don't have any finished objects except what I'm wearing, which is an old FO. So
Yeah. I have some half objects that I can show.
Show them.
So,
Mhm.
so I've been on a sock kick because in the last podcast, I told everybody that I knit my first pair of socks, which was exciting. But that really got me into the mood to knit socks. So this is the first one, and I actually have part of the second sock done for that. So I have this much done of the second sock. Sure. And this is called the Q Train sock, and it's by the Knitting Expat, Mina Phillip. And she, in her design, gives you the option to go toe up or cuff down, which is nice. I think she does that with a lot of her sock patterns, actually. And I chose to go toe up. So I like doing the toe up for the fact that you can try it on as you go, which is kind of nice. And the yarn that I used is from Northbound Knitting. It's a BFL base.
I love the colors.
Me too.
Yeah. And the heel is Yarn Ink. Yeah, I think they've turned out quite well.
They're really nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple pattern to do. There's a little bit of a design on the front of it, and then the rest is just all plain on the back.
It's cute.
Yeah, yeah, it's really fun.
Nice.
These would look great with jeans.
Yeah,
With the blue in there.
yeah.
Did you
I
mention?
think they'd be pretty versatile.
Did you mention what kind of heel that you did in this one?
The heel that I did is the short row heel. So she does give you options in the pattern to do whatever heel that you want. Like it's pretty versatile, and but I just followed her pattern. So in this pattern, if you choose to do the heel that she's mentioned, whether you go cuff down or toe up, you do the exact same heel.
Oh,
So it doesn't matter.
really?
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah.
They're really nice.
Yeah.
I love that
And
heel
they're-
too.
They fit my foot perfectly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The first pair that I knit, the first pair of socks that I knit were a little big, but these ones are perfect. So, and this one's blocked, obviously. Oh, and I have to mention, I know these are just basic sock blockers, but I got these for $5.
Where?
When I was away on my trip, I visited a couple of different knitting stores, and she just so happened to have these on sale, and I'm like, cool, I need a pair of sock blockers. $5, you can't go wrong with that.
No, it's perfect.
So I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah. They're better size than mine too.
They're a size medium.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So the second
I like this one.
the second one that I have is a Helen Stewart pattern, and it's part of her Secret Socks Society or whatever it's called, right? So I signed up for that, and I think through the year she'll release. This is the first one, and then there will be 5 more after that. So, and this pattern is called Shell Cottage Socks, and yeah, it's a really nice pattern as well. This heel is
Slip stitch heel?
no, it's not. It's the heel flap.
Heel flat.
Yeah. So, which was a new technique for me to do. So that was interesting. I
Do you like the
doing-
fit of this heel?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think, I don't know. I haven't like worn them enough to really decide on if I have a go-to that I like. I'm
This is
just
my go-to.
enjoying trying different ones, right?
Yeah.
So this is a cuff down. So this is my first cuff down sock. So that was new to me as well, which I kind of like. The yarn that I used is from, I have to look this up. She is, sorry, candy coated yarn, and it is from Crafty Mama.
It's pretty.
Yeah. And the colorway is called Coral Reef.
Which is good for a shell.
That's that's
Cottage
exactly why I
sock.
picked that yarn, because I thought it kind of went with the theme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah, and I haven't casted on the second sock for that yet, but hopefully I can this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that a twisted rib cuff as well?
It is, yeah. So it's
So
twisted rib, and then this. It's not a difficult pattern, but the design on this is a little bit time consuming. But it's not difficult to do.
So you're enjoying socks now that
I am. I love them. And then when I put them on my feet, I'm like, oh, this is like a foot hug or something. You know, I just love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was half objects. And now, do you have any half objects?
No.
So we're just into whips?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have the same sock.
Oh yeah, let's show that.
Okay.
Mhm. Patty's inspired me to make more socks.
So June and I have both cast on the Pebbles and Pathway from Marcelin Smith, and she also has the podcast Hey Brownberry, and I just absolutely love this sock pattern.
Me too.
So when I was away, like I said, I went to a couple of different yarn stores, and this is also actually the same. I got both of these yarns from the same yarn store where I got the sock bockers, and that was in it was in Las Vegas. So anyways, it's the yarn for both of these is Three Irish Sisters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You have your
I have the
tag.
tag.
She wound my ball for me at the store, and I forgot to pick up the tag, so I don't even know what the colorway is on this or anything, but I know that it's Three Irish Sisters.
Three Irish Sisters.
Yeah. And I got June a skein as well because she watched my dog for me while I was away.
Yeah, I'll watch Sugar anytime for you in
I
exchange
know.
for.
I just wanted to give you something extra special.
And Sugar's the sweetest dog ever, and so easy to watch.
Yeah. So I actually cast this on. This is going to be a gift. I'm making this for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
And she loves pink. So as soon as I saw that, I thought, perfect. Yeah.
It's a beautiful
Nice.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this color is French here.
Très chic.
Very good. And I just love it. I always admired these pale blues with browns. Actually, it reminded me a little bit of your shawl.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And anyway, I think it's just gorgeous, and it's nice and soft.
It's so soft. What is
It's
the
85% merino, 15% nylon.
Perfect. So it's soft from the merino and durable from nylon.
And
Yeah.
the base is Adorn Luxe.
Nice.
Nice.
It's really nice yarn.
It is.
Yeah.
And I have to say that I have attempted to make toe-up socks before this summer without success. And I think it was just because the pattern, it was I forget the name of the pattern, but it was one of those patterns that was a recipe and like 20 pages long. And I think I was just getting lost in all the instructions. So I'm using the same pattern that Patty is, and it's so well written and easy. And I think I'm really enjoying this so far.
Yeah, I would say that if anybody wants to try to attempt toe-up socks, to get the Pebbles and Pathway, because it's a really well-written pattern. She explains everything very well, and I mean, it was my first sock, and you know, it went very well.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a great pattern.
It is. Yes, and it's easy to memorize the repeats, so you don't have to keep looking at your instructions.
Yeah.
It's an 8-row repeat for the pattern, and I memorized it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think
Yes.
the pattern calls for a short row heel again. However, you know, she gives you the option where you can, you know,
Put in the heel.
do
of
an
your
afterthought heel or heel flap or whatever. Like you
Yeah.
can do whatever you like, right? So I think that's the nice thing about knitting socks is it's very versatile. And once you find a way that you like to knit them, you can maybe adapt them to most sock patterns. I feel like you could.
Especially
you know?
the heel. Like you can put
Right.
really any pattern. You could put the heel that you choose.
Right.
That's most comfortable and all that.
Yeah.
Because heels fit differently for everyone, right? So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Nice.
point.
Yeah.
Good point. And I just have to point out, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I have a little grocery girls
Charm.
little grocery girls charm on here that's in rose gold. It's so cute.
It is very cute.
Yeah, you probably can't.
I
see
haven't
it.
used mine yet, but
Yeah, I
what
love
was
it.
that from again?
Was it the Christmas one with the cozy posy yarn that's in mine?
That's right.
Yes.
And then the recipe and the clear
The
bag.
clear bag.
Yes, the clear
yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we all couldn't resist and treated ourselves at Christmas
We've
time.
never can resist.
Oh.
From the grocery girls, and
Yeah.
it was a fabulous package.
Yeah.
And here's my bag.
Yeah. It's so
And
cute.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because you can see
Yeah.
where everything is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
sure. So I guess I'll do my next whip, which is also because Patty inspired me to cast on a pair of socks after the last time as well.
Oh, I caused trouble.
Cause trouble. I think we do that to each other.
We
though.
do.
Yeah.
We do.
Like, oh, did you see this?
Yeah,
Yes, we have to
I
get
know.
that or
We're
do
so
that.
bad.
So I have casted these on,
Cute.
which are very Christmassy, but I'm definitely going to wear them all the
Oh
time.
my gosh, I love the stripes.
Yeah, so this is Scrumptious Pearl.
Nice.
And I ordered this like last summer and just hadn't gotten around to doing something with it. It was her Game of Thrones colorway, so it's King in the North.
Love it.
So she has a ton of self-stripings.
I've looked at her yarns before.
Yeah, I have a couple
And
more.
it came like this, right?
Yep, it's already wound up.
I
and
love that.
ready to go. So the pattern is just called Vanilla Latte Socks, and I can't remember who it's by, but I'll get it into the show notes.
Yep. Okay.
Just a really basic
I'll
free
look it up
pattern
for
on
you.
Ravelry. It's free
Yeah.
as well. But I didn't want to do anything like crazy with patterns or cabling because I didn't know what it would look like with the striping. So I was reading that ribbed socks or having a bit of rib actually create more of a snug fit, which I wanted to try, but I feel like these might still be a little too loosey-goosey and turn into slouchy socks for me. So I'm not sure. I'll give it a try, and I'll try them on in a bit and see once they're further down. But I love the colors. I love the browns and the greens. And
So they
It's
are
beautiful.
called Vanilla Latte Socks.
Yep.
And it's by Virginia Rose Jun.
Okay.
Rose Jun.
Rose Jean.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And it's
great
a pretty pattern.
super
right?
easy. Yeah, again, really easy to follow. You're just doing one row of one thing and one row of the another, and then just keep repeating that all the way down to get the rib effect.
I feel like that
see.
kind of sock pattern too is great for stripes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Right?
didn't want to do too like I didn't want cabling in it because it's just a really cool stripe
Yeah.
in it. So,
I really like that.
and now I just need to decide how long I want to make them.
Right.
Because I can make really long ones with this.
Right.
There's a lot of yardage in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Nice. Look at
400
her,
yards.
look at her tag too.
That's cute.
It's
Yeah,
got a little
it's
dog
really
on
cute.
it. I love that.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I might do the same pattern. I have some self-striping that I showed on the last podcast that I didn't cast on yet, but I might use the same pattern.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I don't know. I'm
Very
gonna try
nice.
it, and if it's too loosey goosey, I'll either go down a needle size or maybe just decrease the number of stitches
For the foot part. So it
for the
fits.
leg. Like I feel like
Yeah.
the leg's just gonna stretch out.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see.
Yeah.
Trial and
Nice.
error.
Awesome. And what do you have here? What's this?
It's how I hold my double pointed needles
That is
because
so
I don't.
cute.
I'm not a big magic loop
But I
fan.
love that.
because I can't get my tension right. So my double points, but I can't just throw them in a bag because then
No.
they'll fall out and I pull out
Yeah.
a sock and it's missing its needles. So I got this on Etsy a long time ago, and I will find out
Okay.
and put in the show notes
Okay.
who it's from. I
It's
got
a
this
great
along with like
idea.
a Notions bag, but yeah, you just snap it in and then
Love
nothing
it.
falls out. Which
Love
is,
it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So cute. So we'll add whoever it's from in the show
Yeah,
notes if
I'm-
anybody's interested.
Yeah, she's got great things. Notions bag or Notions pouches, these other needle holders, things like that.
Nice.
Nice. I need to get one of those.
Yeah.
Every time I use double pointed needles for socks and throw them in my bag, every time I pull them out,
Gone. Yeah.
There's stitches.
I know.
Yeah. So I spent
You're
the
like
first half
holding-
hour pulling
holding
up
two
stitches.
needles.
Yes.
And 2 are still on the sock, and you're like, oh no.
Something's wrong here.
That happens with Magic Loop too. You
Yeah.
pull your,
The wrong way.
yeah, you pull it out the wrong way,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I
Yeah.
just lost half my stitches on my.
Nobody moved, and you're trying to pick them all up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've done that so many times.
Yeah. All right, so I have another work in progress, and this is yarn that I purchased. I'll try to pull out the yarn first.
You're being sneaky.
I
here.
know. This is yarn that I purchased on my trip as well, and I had to dig in immediately.
I was going to bring
just
mine
thought-
to show.
and I knew that you had bought the
Yeah.
yarn already, and I'm like, I have to do one of
Yeah.
these. So when I picked up these skeins of yarn, it's Noro, I don't even know what. Anyways, it's a worsted weight.
Yeah.
And they have one sort of neutral skein like this, and then all of them are sort of crazy colors like that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you can't put a crazy color with a crazy color because you won't really see the difference,
Mhm.
right? But I thought putting these together doesn't really look very nice. Like I just couldn't imagine putting these together, but I
Yeah.
thought, well, I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. So
Patty, that
this
looks so good.
is what it looks like knit together.
This
And
is the night shift
this is the night shift. So
by
this,
Andrea Mowry.
yes.
Oh my god, it
And,
looks so good.
and I love
Now I wanna
it.
press
I
my
just love it. I never expected it to look this
Mm-mm.
nice.
No.
So the ladies from Espastrico
Mhm.
did this on one of their more recent podcasts.
They did.
They brought it up
I think
to
their
say
last one.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
exciting.
Mhm.
this is a more affordable way to do the night shift and not have to buy multiple skeins because you don't need a lot of each color, is by getting 2 of these and putting them together. And I was like, brilliant, and went on the
I did the
Espastrico
same
website and
thing.
ordered immediately.
Yeah.
So I have mine, and I said the same thing when I got there. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work together, but it looks
looks great.
amazing.
Yeah, it does.
So the
Yeah.
pattern, it calls for, I think, like 7 different colors of, they use spin cycle.
cycle,
Or
yeah.
Andrea
Mhm.
Mowry used the spin cycle, and it's
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Mhm.
However, what I've done for this one, because every section is 40 rows. So what I've done is for the main color for 20 rows, I use like this one color,
Mhm.
and then for the next 20 rows,
Mm.
I use the main color for the other color. So
Okay.
I switch them, and
It looks amazing.
It does.
and this is how it's going.
Oh,
It's
Patty,
perfect.
it's beautiful.
I know, I can't wait for it to be
Mhm.
finished. I haven't had a chance to, I worked on this a lot while I was away,
Yeah.
and I haven't really had a chance to pick it up since the trip, so.
Nice. Oh, it's gorgeous.
It'd be
Yeah.
so much fun to see how the colors change as you're knitting.
Yeah.
It's very nice feel to it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the yarn that I picked up was a yarn shop. It was called Miriam's Well, and it was in Santa Fe.
Nice.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Very
These
nice.
colors
lady.
are kind of Santa Fe
I know.
colors,
Mhm.
too.
I know.
They
That's
are.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yep. Oh, can't wait to get back to it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, I
Do
have
you
a
have a
whip. I do. Okay, so on the last podcast, I showed yarn that I was going to use for the Nordiska, but it didn't work out well. I did a swatch and I couldn't get gauge. I think the Nordiska it's more of a drapey kind of looser fit, so it wasn't working well with this yarn. But I still wanted to use the same 3 colors together, so I decided to make the Sunset Highway. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love it.
So pretty.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, June, that's gorgeous.
That's
Yes.
really pretty.
I know.
That's gorgeous.
Love it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to take forever because it's fingering weight sweater again. So I'm at the point, though, where I finished all the complicated stuff, like the color work, and I separated for the sleeves. So now it's really just straight knitting. So I think I'm going to read another book. I have a book to read too.
Perfect.
Does the color
Yes.
come back at the bottom?
It does not.
It's only on the sleeves.
It's only on the sleeves.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Let me see if I can show a picture of it. Anyway, I've been wanting to make the Sunset Highway since last summer, and
Do you want me to while you talk?
oh sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and I started to make one as my Rhinebeck sweater, but again, it wasn't working out well
With the colors.
with the
that you
colors
picked.
that I chose. I chose colors that were bright and funky, and I thought it looked a little clownish. So I thought, even though these colors, like it is still colorful, I feel like it's much more wearable.
Yeah, they're more like a muted.
Mm-hmm.
So they are definitely, I would consider
I-
that a neutral.
A neutral.
This
Mhm.
color
I
is
know.
Gorgeous.
amazing.
I know.
That's almost like the blue in my Comfort Fade cardi
Mm-hmm.
from Neighborhood Fiber.
It is. It's very similar. It's like
So
a teal kind of blue.
there's a
Okay.
picture. Okay. And you can see that
Mhm.
there's color work again on the sleeves.
On the sleeves.
Right.
Oh, June, that's gonna look so good.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I've
Great.
decided to
Thanks, Kim.
make it. Some people have been adapting it and doing the sleeves in the main color longer, and then doing the color work more toward the cuffs. But I think I'm going to make mine exactly as written.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
kind
like
of
it
in the
there.
middle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because
The
there's a
first
lot
time I
of
saw it,
cuff
I thought,
at the
oh,
bottom.
that's kind of,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it actually looks good where it is.
It
yeah,
does.
it does. I like it
Mhm.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the exciting thing is it's going to make the sleeves more interesting, because once I put the sleeves back on the needles, you only have to knit an inch of straight knitting before you start the
begin.
collar work. So it'll just make the sleeves,
That's a really good
it'll make the
picture.
sleeve island more bearable.
And did we say this is by Caitlin Hunter?
No, we did not. Thank you. Yeah, I love it.
So cute.
Yeah, it's
I love
really
it. I can't wait.
And your colors, I love.
Yeah,
Me too.
So pretty.
Me too.
Nice.
Good work.
Thank
and,
you.
And the yarn is.
Okay, so the yarn is this one is Cece's wool. So we picked these. I picked this up in Rhinebeck. It was a super good deal. I forget how much it was, but it was super affordable because these are big skeins. You get
They have a ton on them, like
Yeah.
600 yards or something
Close-
like that.
close to.
Yeah.
So I think I'm only gonna have to use 2. I do want to point something out. So because this is hand dyed speckle yarn, I did check the tags. They're not the same dye lot. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to alternate. And I've never done this before, but I think it was on the Grocery Girls. I think Tracy mentioned on a couple podcasts ago where she did this method of knitting. I think she called it helico, but it's a little different. So I looked it up on YouTube, and it is the easiest method ever. So what you do for this, and I'd recommend to YouTube it, is you knit 1 row with 1 skein, and then you stop 3 stitches before the end of the row. This is how you start it. You stop 3 stitches before the end of the row. You slip those 3 stitches, and then you attach the new skein and knit around. And then when you knit around with that new skein, you go all the way to 3 stitches prior to the other yarn, and then slip 3, and then start that yarn. So it sounds complicated,
Yeah, that sounds
but
complicated.
what happens is it ends up chasing it. So if you look, so I started at the beginning of my round, and then I just kept knitting to 3 stitches before
the previous
the
yarn.
previous yarn, slip them, and then start using the previous yarn for the next row. So
okay.
it kind of chases it, and I'm now
You doing
Where
it
am I?
like you're switching every
every
row?
other row. Yeah, and where is it? Anyway, I'm halfway around. Here's the other one. So I've gotten this far. So this is where, so now when I knit this row, I'm going to knit with the 1 yarn
until 3 stitches.
until
before
3
that.
stitches before this yarn.
Okay.
Slip the 3,
Yep.
and then pick up this yarn, and then I'm
Okay.
dropping the other
I
yarn.
just want to see the back.
And it really works out well.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can't see
even
it.
tell.
You can't see a
No.
line.
That's
No.
awesome.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is if I was to just alternate my yarn in one spot. So if I always did it at the beginning of the round, you end up with like a line, and they don't match up, and it's quite obvious actually, because that happened to me with a pair of socks. So anyway, if you're thinking about using that method, I'd highly recommend it, because it was easy and lots of information on YouTube on how to on the internet on how to do it.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good idea. I will definitely use that method when I'm using hand-dyed yarn. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. So that was Cece's wool. The colorway is Babbling Brook, and it's 100% merino superwash. And the other yarn I purchased at Rhinebeck as well. And this is Cece's wool. I am in love with this color.
I think
like
that's wool.
Wool. I'm sorry. You're right. The other one was Cece's wool.
Right.
So this is wool. Love this color. It's like a peachy pink.
It's pretty.
It's so pretty. And the color lot is Wood Dove. And this one as well is 100%. This one is organic merino superwash.
Nice.
Okay. Now this one is a bit different. Oh yeah, my tag's in there. So I received this from Knit Crate. I just love it.
It's a really rich color. It's beautiful. So pretty.
It was a sock crate. And this one has a different composition, but I thought since it's at the top, it doesn't have to be as drapey at the top, because this one's not drapey. I think that this is not a super wash. It's not. So this is Vitalina is the type of yarn. The colorway is Mallard, and it's merino wool, Peruvian Highland wool, and nylon fingering weight.
Well,
Pretty.
the colors are really pretty together.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thanks.
And then I guess I have one last whip, which I've shown before, my progress on my husband's sweater. So this is the Albion by Michelle Wang,
Nice.
and I'm slowly getting there.
You are.
Wow. Are you ever?
So now I'm
That's
separated
great.
for the sleeves, and then you continue in pattern. This is the back side of the sweater. For one more of these little chevrons, and then it's just straight stockinette after that.
Oh.
And then do the same thing on the front,
Oh,
and then join it
nice.
together. So I'm getting there.
It looks beautiful.
It does.
It will be too warm for him to wear soon, but that's okay. And then the wool is the Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Tweed, and this color is Welly's Heather.
I really like that.
So, and I didn't know that, I couldn't tell if the pattern was actually going to show up because it was so dark, but it actually does.
It really does.
I like the chevron pattern on it.
It looks great. It's such a nice pattern.
Yeah. So it's coming along.
Yeah.
He's lucky.
Yay. He is lucky.
He's lucky. Yep. So that's my only other whip that I had.
Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. Tuck that away.
Well, we're making progress.
We are.
Yes, we are. We are making progress. So what do we want to talk about next? I think that was all our whips, right?
Yep. That's
Acquisitions or dream knitting, or which one are we doing?
I have a cool acquisition actually that
Okay.
I love.
Okay.
So I ordered this on Etsy, and I think it's just the most adorable bag
So
ever.
cute.
That is cute.
So right now in this bag I have a test knit, so I'll show that at another time. But I just thought this is so cute. So I guess the reason for the design is you can wear it on your arm like this, and when you're out you can
still knit.
knit while you're walking.
I want to try that sometime.
So this is from Twisted Daisy Fibers, and you can find her on Etsy. And she has, this is her card actually, and it's a super cute card. Let me get it out of here. Sorry. I'll just leave it in the package. So that's what her card looks like. But then on the back, she has put instructions for the Kitchener stitch.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
cool.
So it's a good reason to keep her card,
Yeah.
right? So you always have it. I thought
Because
that was
I
a good
always
idea.
have to look it up.
So do
Yeah.
Every time I do
Yeah.
the Kitchener, I have to.
So also what she sent was really delicious tea from David's Tea and a bunch of just the little metal stitch markers.
Aw,
cute.
Yeah, so I thought that
nice.
was really sweet.
Mhm.
But anyways, this is my favorite bag these days.
I love it. Can I show the inside?
I use it actually as my purse. So I have my knitting in there, and then I stick like my phone up front and my keys because there's 2 pockets at the front as well.
Have you tried walking and knitting?
I haven't yet, no.
Have you tried that before?
No.
Me neither.
I feel like I'd walk into something.
I know, I'm worried about that too. But anyways, I thought I'd just show that because I
Love
think
it.
it's just so cute.
It is cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
Do you want to show our knit crates?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So June and I each got a knit crate, and I ordered actually both the membership and the sock crate, but I haven't got my sock crate yet. So, but I think you did.
I
Right?
did.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show the membership crate.
Okay.
So this month in
Love
the
it.
membership
Oh,
crate,
yeah.
it came with some. This is new paper. I feel like that they use.
I didn't get this paper.
more
in
like
mine.
Oh, you
springy.
didn't?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
So this is what I got in the membership. This is the yarn, which is it's really
Pretty.
cute.
Mhm.
It's really pretty.
It is pretty.
It's Knitology Sheen, and the colorway is called Titmouse.
Which is a bird.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
It does.
It's
Mhm.
merino, 75% merino, 15 silk, and 10 cashmere. So it's actually really, really nice and soft. And then also they sent a cute little bag,
I love the bag.
which is really
What's
cute.
it say? Make something today. Oh, that's so cute.
I think it's adorable.
It is.
It's the perfect size for like socks or
Mhm.
hat or. I think it's really cute.
I do too.
And then of course they send you a little book with some patterns in it. This one has several different ideas. So you could do like a hat, a headband, or a scarf. I feel like they don't usually send that many.
No.
And then this looks like it's like a little
Oh,
bandana.
shawlette or-
Shawlette. A shawlette. That's probably what it is. Yeah. And then you can see what the yarn looks like knit up as well. It's cute.
It's very unusual.
It is. It's different, but
Mhm.
it's pretty though.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, usually with the Knit Crate membership, they send you 2 skeins of
That's
yarn.
true.
And this month it was 1 skein with
And
the
this.
bag.
Right.
And I'm
'Cause
not sure how I feel about that.
Usually with the membership crate, they don't send you extras.
No.
So they sent, instead of 2 skeins, they sent you
Mhm.
an extra, which is this, and then the yarn.
And then the one.
Yeah.
And I was watching, because like they do like mini reveals before they ship out the crates. And I forget her name, but anyway, there was a YouTube video where they were explaining why there was only 1 skein, and she said it's because the cost of this month's yarn was quite a bit more than previous months because it's so luxurious, and that's nice. It is a very nice yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Very
It is.
nice.
It's really soft.
Yeah, but I have to say I do enjoy it more when I receive 2 skeins.
Yeah.
But the nice thing
I
about
think the extra's nice though.
it is,
Yeah.
the bag. I'm happy that it was a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the nice thing about Knit Crate is that you can opt out. So they're really good at showing you ahead of time what you're going, what the membership's going to be, and you can opt out if you don't want it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one though. So this is their sock crate this month. I think I'm not usually a green person, but I think that this is the most gorgeous shade of green.
with sparkle.
With
I
stuff in
love
there.
it. I think it's really pretty. Now with the sock crate, you always only get one skein of yarn.
Look at
Yeah.
this sparkle.
And I think you get the magazine too.
Yeah.
Is it the same?
The same magazine. Did you show the sock pattern?
I didn't because
I will show
you were
it.
showing me yours.
Very pretty.
There it is. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And there's the sock pattern.
I really like that sock pattern.
I do too. It's lacy.
I think it's really pretty.
It is pretty. But I can't see it very much. But yeah, I'm very happy about this.
It's beautiful.
It is. I love their sparkly.
Was
Selena
the
yarn.
sock crate one everyone getting green, or was there different colors?
No, just
Everyone's
the
getting
one
green?
color. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And
Can't
same
believe
with
how
the
much
knit
sparkles
crate
in
too. It was just the one color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I put my knit crate membership on hold because I was getting too much yarn and not enough time to deal with it. So it was overwhelming me. So I placed it on hold, and then I just buy other wool and yarn that I find instead.
Yeah, it doesn't stop you.
No, it
doesn't
doesn't.
start.
No, it
It
doesn't. No. If
Yeah,
anything, I think
that's
it's having the
funny.
opposite effect.
Right? I can't wait for my other order to come in. So,
Are you going to show something, Carrie?
well, this is for, we were going to talk all about this together. So
Oh, okay. I have a couple more acquisitions,
Sure.
actually. Actually, I'm not going to show all of it, but this is something that I've wanted for a long time. And it's really, I mean, you can order it online and everything, but I actually, when I was on my trip, so I should explain a little bit about my trip. My husband and I, we went away on vacation to the US, and we started off in San Francisco, and then we rented a car. We flew to San Francisco, rented a car there, and then we drove from San Francisco to Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and then up to Colorado. And along the way, I, of course, got on Google Maps and was looking for yarn stores. Mm-hmm. So this yarn store that I found was called the Loopy U, and you guys would die walking into the store. It had everything there, and everything was beautiful.
Nice.
But there was one yarn that I really have been wanting for a long time, and that is Hue Loco yarn. So they had it there, which was nice because if we ordered it online, we would still pay in US dollars, but have to pay shipping on top of
Right.
it. So this way I saved the shipping at least.
And you
right?
never know, it could get stuck in customs, and then you'd have to pay duty as well.
Yeah, you
True.
just don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
So I bought myself a couple of skeins of yarn, and these will probably eventually become socks because I feel like they should be socks, right? And I kind of, she had a whole wall of yarn in there. It was very hard to pick. Like I kept putting skeins in my basket, putting them back, changing my mind, and this is what I ended up walking out of the store with. So they're both her Phyllis sock base, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, and it's fingering 4-ply weight. Nice. And there's quite a bit of yardage on there, 460 yards.
Nice.
That is quite a bit.
Yeah, so I was
They're
really
beautiful.
excited about that.
Her new
So funky.
backyard chicken
Oh my
collection
gosh,
is gorgeous.
It's so nice.
The grocery girl showed some
I
last week,
saw
and then
that.
she's been posting it on
Was-
Instagram throughout the last couple weeks.
Beautiful.
Beautiful colors.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She didn't have any of the backyard chickens there.
Yeah, I think it's because it's fairly new. It's been only out the last. She's releasing one a week, and I think it's like week
Yeah.
3 or 4. So
Yeah.
maybe
Because
just
I
from
did
a
look for that because
retail.
she posts that on Instagram and stuff. But anyways, I'm really happy with
Yeah,
what I
that's
walked
great.
out with. Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Good find.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So, June?
Okay, so we want to try something. So all three of us would like to cast on The Weekender by Andrea Mowry.
Yep.
And we've already purchased our wool. We've been kind of talking about it, and we thought that it would be fun if we had a knit along. So I'm sure that everyone has heard of this pattern because it's very popular on Ravelry. It's been around since, I think, fall of 2018 or 2017. So it's been
it's a well knit pattern. There's
is.
a lot of people walking around with weekenders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are. Yeah. And I think every podcast that you watch about knitting, somebody's making a weekender or has made one. So anyway, we wanted to invite other people to knit along with us.
Yeah.
So we were thinking that we would have a knit along that would start April the 15th, which would give everybody enough time if you would like to join along with us. We think it'd be fun, but that would give you enough time to purchase your wool and cast on. So we were thinking that what we'll do is we'll create a Ravelry group for this. So if you'd like to join us, check out our Ravelry page.
For City Knit Girls Ravelry group.
There'll be a discussion group in there for the knit along.
We'll have a forum for it set up.
Details about the knit along, how long it's going to be. There'll be prizes that will be at the end of the knit along. And we're thinking probably 2 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll run it for 2 months. So June, mid-June is when it would end.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So we haven't picked prizes or anything yet, but they're, at the end, what we'll do is whoever joined us in our knit along, we'll do a random draw for a prize at the end.
Yeah.
So, and we would be very happy for anybody who would like to join us in this knit along.
Yeah, and chat in the discussion about it and how it's going, and share each other's progress on how you're doing, that type of thing.
And we would just love to see your yarn choices, and it will be great fun.
I think it would be a lot of fun. I'm so excited.
Me too.
So our yarn choices, because we all knew we wanted to do this, June and I both ordered on Knit Picks our color choice. So mine is the Wool of the Andes, and it's called Cobblestone Heather. 100% Peruvian wool.
Nice.
Very nice.
Pretty color.
Just a nice gray.
Very
perfect.
versatile and nice.
Nice and neutral.
Yeah.
And mine is actually pretty neutral too. It's more of a plum tone. So it's the same wool except
yours is tweed.
So Wool of the Andes tweed. And it is, where's the colorway?
Sunfire.
Oh, claret. Is claret heather?
Nice.
Nice.
It's very pretty. I'm excited. And to your point, it's super. Did you say it was affordable?
I did not, but it's you read my mind.
To the point that you were thinking.
It is so affordable. If you're looking to do like a sweater's quantity worth of wool, Knit Picks is a great place to go. And it's really nice.
It's great
wool.
yarn.
Yeah.
I did my my one test knit in
that cardigan.
The cardigan, and it's I can't think of the name of it right now, but it was by Shannon Cook.
Yeah.
And I wear it all the time. It pills a little like in the areas under the arm, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's really good. It holds up very well. I've blocked it twice, just because the first time I blocked my sweater, the shaping was okay, but I thought I would reblock it and just, just because I wasn't 100% happy with the shaping when the first time I did it. And it's lovely yarn. So the Andrea Mowry in her pattern for the Weekender, she actually used the Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. And I've always wanted to use that yarn, so I decided to splurge a little and buy this. So this is the yarn that I'm going to use to knit my Weekender. And I'm super excited to try it. And
Can I see?
Yeah.
Nice.
The color on that, what's it called? Storm Cloud. So, and it's like a gray color, do you think? But it does, if you actually look at it in natural lighting, it does have like little flecks of blue in it, darker gray, a little bit of off-white in it. So,
it's very nice.
It's
It
really
is nice.
great.
Yeah. It's soft. Like it's woolly, but it also feels soft at the same time.
Yeah, I'm really excited to knit with that.
Yeah, so we'll have info in our Ravelry group about the knit along, and hopefully, or we hope you'll join us. And
We would love
knit.
for you to
Think
join
it'd be
us.
fun?
It would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. All right.
So
I think
I think we're at the end.
we are.
Mhm.
Just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed and commented on, Instagram and Ravelry,
Yeah.
and on YouTube.
That's
Um,
great.
It's pretty surprising to see that there's so many people that are watching our little knitting video,
Yeah,
which is
it's
so much fun.
extremely exciting.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that there's so many knitters out there that enjoy this type of forum to talk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we'd also like to mention Two Pearls in a Pod.
Yeah.
They're also a new podcast that started around the same time we did.
Yeah.
And they've reached out to us, and we're hoping sometime soon in the future we'll be able to get together and meet with them.
Yeah, we're
I
not
think
too
that's-
far away.
No,
they're in
I-
Ohio.
They're in Ohio.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're not too
So,
far away to
Yeah,
sort of find a
So,
meetup place.
I think that would be very fun
I do too.
to meet with them, and
Uh-huh.
yeah,
And thanks
Yeah.
for the shout outs on your videos when
Yeah,
you've talked
it's
about us.
great.
It's pretty
Yeah.
neat. So,
it's awesome.
all right. Well, thanks everybody.
Yeah,
Happy knitting.
happy
Happy
knitting.